Heath, how does it work at Sydney Derby week between the two of you? A bit of banter with the text messages or conversations, or do you keep it quiet between the two of you?
We haven't really spoken this week until last night, where Rhyce's missus cooked me a nice risotto. I was a bit hesitant, thought she might have put something in there to make me a bit crook, but I feel all right this morning, so no, we just go about it pretty normally. Rhyce has got a new baby boy, so he's taking up a lot of the attention, so Rhyce won't give me too much attention these days. But yeah, it's another game. Obviously it's a big game for both teams, and we haven't been in the position where the two Sydney teams are undefeated, so it's going to be pretty exciting.
Your team playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, which will be important tomorrow?
Yeah, well, wins are pretty hard to come by at the Giants over the past few years, so to start off the year 2-0 is really good, and we're still building and coming up against a pretty good opposition. I think Sydney's last 5 quarters pretty ominous, so we know we're going to have our work cut out, and I'm sure it's going to be a tough match.
Rhyce, when you guys meet on the field, is there a bit of banter? Obviously you guys seem to get stuck into each other a bit off the field.
Yeah, look, I think a couple of occasions Heath's had a few goes at me teammates and I might have run past, but I reckon we've spent about 30 seconds on each other over the years. I tried to take a mark on him a couple of years ago and he just whopped me in the back of the head, so I won't be doing that too much. But yeah, we don't really speak too much.
You tried to knock me out in Canberra, I do recall, in the NAB Cup.
Yeah, you hit birdie, mate. You hit birdie.
It's only if he tries to whack on you.
Yeah. Get stuck in.
You boys, on a serious note, do you still, when the fixtures come out, do you mark it down on the calendar?
I think the families mark it down on the calendar. We've got a few coming up this weekend to watch the game. But look, it's always good playing against Heath. Like, we've shared a bedroom, we've shared everything over our lives, and to share the same footy field in front of hopefully 50,000, it's going to be pretty special again.
As you said, it's going to be a big occasion. 2 undefeated sides, first game here at the SCG. You should get a massive crowd, so it's going to be a huge day. Yeah,
look, we're really looking forward to it. The Giants are just another team now. Like, you can't keep talking about the development because they've been around a while now. So we take them as a really good team, and hopefully we can come out on top. But we know it's going to be a tough game.
Which way do the other members of the family, the parents, lean?
Well,
these sorts of things?
Yeah, well, he says I'm the golden child, so I've got mum. Well, guaranteed mum's a Swan supporter. She used to be Fitzroy, so they got her. But Dad's bloody Collingwood, and he probably leans more to Heath. But
Dad just wasn't happy with the AFL because they've put the game on tomorrow afternoon and the races are at Randwick, so he's a bit upset. He can't go to the races and come and watch the footy, so he's not happy with the AFL at the moment.
He might be watching it from the TV.
Yeah, he might be one eye on the game, one eye on the races, I reckon, for Raymond.
It's a pretty bizarre scenario, like when you look at your Collingwood heritage, one of the great names of the black and whites, and here you are in Sydney, in this circumstance.
Yeah.
You sort of pinch yourself when you get down at O'Cleary?
Yes, it's really weird. Like, as you said, with Dad and our uncles playing at Collingwood, and we both played there for 9 or 10 years or whatever, and to end up here. But that's modern footy now. Like, it's just the way it is. It was going to happen at some stage that we might play against each other or whatever when I came up here. But to see Heath up here and be really happy and happy in footy and outside of footy, it's really good to see, and I love it that he's up here because he's my only family up here now, so it's great. Yep.
Heath, the GWS last week were awesome in the second half. What did Liam Cameron say to you guys this week going into the match against Sydney to keep that momentum going?
Yeah, obviously, like Goodsy's out. We heard that Buddy and Josh Kennedy wanted to play Neefle as well, so we thought, but they weren't allowed, so that was like something we had to get our heads around. But Leon was really good last week. At half time, when you've only kicked 1 goal, you go in there thinking you're going to get a big spray. But he was pretty calm and collected and confident that we were going to get the job done. And
mate, you would have sprayed it, sure.
we were slowly building, and I think that second half we just clicked a bit, got a few things right, and things went our way, and I think it was pretty good to watch. And we're hoping to bring a brand of footy that people want to come and watch. With such a young group, the sky's the limit with this sort of group and these players. So it's great to be involved in. In the second half, I didn't do a hell of a lot. I was sitting up the back line and just watching these guys do their work, and it's great stuff. So hopefully a bit more of that tomorrow night, and yeah, looking forward to the game.
You guys have been pretty tight down back so far this year. You got Buddy and Tippett covered.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to try and spoil with me head this time. I think when Tippo's down there, walking in here, I go, I can't remember leaving here last time. Usually say that when I walk into a nightclub, but no, it's something. It's got to be a team focus. Obviously, those two are the pinch hitters up front and the big boys, and we're going to have to put a bit of time into them. But there's a lot of quality in this Sydney team that we have to look after, and yeah, it's going to be a good contest.
They're generally very hard to beat here at this ground. Would it be extra special to come in here in front of a big crowd and get the win?
Oh, definitely. To win away, which we haven't done a lot of, would be huge, and against the arch rivals. We got touched up a bit here last time, probably because I went down, but I was probably the difference going off in the first quarter. But they're obviously an amazing team, and they have been for a long period of time. And this is a fortress, and teams don't like travelling here. Even though it's just across town for us, it's still a very hard place to play.
Where's this rivalry at? You guys have both played in sort of Collingwood-Carlton rivalries. And, I mean, this is obviously young, but is it? You know, you had a pretty serious hit out in that challenge. Is it getting ferocious?
I don't know. Look, we've got rivals everywhere. It's just another game. Look, and we try and pump it up against every other team. But the Giants are a good team, and we want to beat them. The same as last week. Went over to Port. We wanted to beat them. We did that, and we want to do the same against the Giants. That's as far as the rivalry goes. It's not like Sydney West Coast, like back in 05, 06. It's not at that stage yet, but the way they're going, the way it's trending, it probably will get there one day. But at the moment, it's just another game for both teams. I think it's a game of 4 points.
Heath, you guys seem to really sort of relish giving it to these guys with a bit of. You got a few boys who don't take it back and stuff.
Yeah, it's sort of like playing your older brother. Sydney, the crosstown rivals, young group coming through, and you always want to beat your older brother.
He's a lippy though.
Yeah,
we lip a bit too much, I think.
Yeah, we try to. But yeah, as Rhyce said, we're playing for 4 points, and after tomorrow, only one team's going to be undefeated. So we want to put a big step forward, and we want to play finals footy this year, and we've got to compete against the best, and Sydney are right up there with the best few in the comp. So tomorrow is a big stepping stone for us going forward, and no matter who it is, we want to go out there and win every game.
We spoke about banter between you two, but is there anything else on the line this week? Any wagers between you or anything?
No, we're not allowed to bet, mate.
No, we're not betting people at all. Races, but I mentioned to Rhyce that if we beat Sydney, that he has to buy a membership to the Giants for all the Sydney boys, and I said that if they beat us, I'll sit in the Sydney cheer squad for a game this year. So, but he wasn't too keen.
Mate, I can't afford your memberships; they're too expensive.
Yeah, he's too busy buying prams.
What about his little tacky? Are you going to buy his little tacky membership?
Yeah, I got him a Giants jumper ready to go and a membership, but Rhyce wouldn't let it in the house. So, yeah, but we're looking forward to it, and if we cross paths, we might say hello, but apart from that, focus on the job.
The last quarter, see if I can go forward for the last quarter. If I can.
We'll probably go forward at the same time and cross paths.
Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks, boys.